Hey guys, today we're playing Chopper Command on the PlayStation 2 on the Atari 2600 Activision Collection, Activision Anthology, whatever the fuck it's called. We're playing it and I'm trying to figure out what button to push, because this emulates an Atari 2600 and I don't know what button emulates what because I was too lazy to read the fucking manual. So there we go. Alright, select gets us started. So this looks like a poor man's shoplifter. And I've yet... It looks like if Choplifter and Defender had sex and conceived a very pixelated child. I've always liked Defender's line bullets. I don't know if I'm supposed to save people. It looks a lot like Defender, except it doesn't run as fast. I think they did have Defender on Atari 2600, I'm pretty sure. Does this thing drop... How am I supposed to know if it drops bombs? There's one button that you use on Atari 26. So far I'm terrible, but I'm always terrible at these types of games. I got a chunky score, and I don't mean the amount of as high as it is. I'm actually referring to the font that is quite chunky. Alright, let's try this again. Chopper Command. Don't expect me to save your village, because I will not. Always liked how on these games a helicopter would fight a jet that would obviously blow it up in like 3 seconds. Oh wow. Not as difficult as Defender, but definitely still difficult. You dick. I love how Activision has to put its name on the bottom. I think that was obviously a start of its ego, even before Call of Duty. Cocky little bastards released the shittiest Ghostbusters games ever, although I do like the Commodore 64 and Master System version. But I think Sega made the Master System version. They probably just asked permission from Activision. Man, I wish we got the HAL Laboratory Ghostbusters game that all you guys in every other country got. I have a ROM of the actual US version that was supposed to come out here, but it was pretty close. Nintendo of America sucked pretty bad, and the fact that they wouldn't release... Well, they did release stuff, but they were hesitant to release, like, new stuff on the, How am I supposed to blow up those trucks? Oh, maybe that's what I'm supposed to protect. I am a terrible person. I'm not crazy about those planes. They're a little bit too wild for my liking. I like how you can go backwards like Defender. Don't blow my trucks up. They have all my drugs in them. Come on. I was blowing up so much stuff I don't know if I finished what I was saying. Just saying that Nintendo of America was hesitant of releasing new content when the Super Nintendo was out. I really hope PlayStation doesn't do that. Now if I have a PlayStation 4, then I'm not gonna care anymore because I'm a selfish son of a bitch. But if I just still have a PlayStation 3 and they don't release content for the PlayStation 3 still, I'm gonna be angry. That's why we didn't get the first Earthbound. Earthbound that we got here in the United States was actually the second Earthbound game. They had it translated and everything on the NES, so they call the NES version Earthbound Zero here. Though in Japan the series is called Mother. And everybody, well, RPG enthusiasts basically came in their pants when they realized that Earthbound was going to be released on Wii U. It's one of those super expensive eBay games, but it pisses me off. They should have released it on the Wii. They had no excuse. They did that shit on purpose. Anything to sell a Wii U, I guess. But honestly, I know there's people who have a Wii U, and more power to you for having a system that you enjoy. But if you had a PlayStation 3 and Xbox 360 for quite some time, like, it's really not that impressive. And they're releasing basically almost all the same games that you normally play on the Xbox 360 and PlayStation 3, so it's not like they're getting a super shitload of exclusive content. I'm sure that'll change, but honestly think that Nintendo has a better thing going with its handhelds, and essentially the Wii U is just a Wii with updated graphics and a handheld. And I think the Nintendo 3DS is more than capable of replicating a console experience at this point, at least to Wii standards. I'm very happy with my Nintendo 3DS, and you know what? Some of the graphical stuff it does, actually does a little bit better than Wii. Like, I can't imagine Resident Evil Revelations looking as good as it does if it came out on the Wii, but they're discontinuing the Wii. I don't know what Nintendo is gonna do, but it'd be cool if they just became like a software developer like Sega is, or just kept with their handhelds, because I really like the handhelds. As cool and as sophisticated as a PlayStation Vita is, like, the Nintendo 3DS has it beat with its content, and I'm sure the games aren't as expensive to program for, because you don't have to make them as grand. Could if you wanted to. Like, some games have a pretty large scope, and I'm talking almost nothing about this game, but I mean, what is there to say? I'm in a helicopter blowing shit up, trying not to let my trucks get blown up, and really, that's about it. One thing the Atari 2600 got down pat was helicopter sound effects. That and the Commodore 64 is pretty good. I loved playing Choplifter on the Commodore 64. This is like Chop Fender. I coined that term myself. I know it sounds too good to be made up, but you know, if I didn't make these YouTube channels, I'd be making millions of dollars in marketing. But I love my fans too much, all three of you. It's neat that they gave me a map, but I have no idea what the fuck it is represented on it. Oh, you lost. Take a hint, Capcom. I can just hold this button down and it still fires. I unlocked the commercial. What's cool about this Activision anthology, as you could see, can unlock stuff, which is cool. And the fact that this game was like 99 cents or whatever, or $1, that's cool too. And even though my score is piss poor low, it made me feel good because I unlocked a commercial. But the commercial will make the game look way cooler. We should check out the commercial. Well, yes, I am sure. No, we will not be saved. Are you sure you wish to continue? Well, now that you said that, Yeah, I want to save. And you guys can watch it live, or not live, via YouTube. Yeah, overwrite that bitch. They play 80s music in the background, like from Talk Talk and Blondie or whatnot. But I don't want to get sued by YouTube. Although hopefully this commercial won't get me in trouble, but I want to watch my extra stuff. Where do I watch my commercial? Maybe I have to select the game. We have a bunch of Atari 2600, so it looks like I'm a really awesome retro game collector when I'm really crappy about it. At least when it comes to really old school stuff like the Atari 2600, but you know, at least I'm playing on something I paid for, so you know, it's not like I'm downloading these games illegally. I want to watch the fucking commercial because it's gonna blow my mind. So this is what this game would look like on PlayStation.
Got the guts, we've got the game. Chopper Command by Activision for the Atari Video Computer System. Commands firing! Give it to him! Give it to him!
He's about sitting as close to the screen as I am trying to record the microphone on the little desk that my TV's on. Which probably isn't good for my eyes because it's a 42-inch TV and I'm sitting a foot away from it. That barely told me anything about the game, but I probably would have been sold back in the day. Anyway, thank you for watching another episode of Michael's Video Game Madness. Mikey's Video Game Madness. Michael's Video Game Madness is way too formal sounding. And thank you for the guys who subscribe, comment, and support the channel. And if you're interested, obviously subscribe. I mean, what are you doing with your life? But thank you guys for watching and take care. Bye.